Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Berlin Select Board February 16th regular meeting. To my left is Vince Conti, to my right is Carla Neweasel and Flo Smith. I'm Joe Staub. Is there any additions or deletions, changes to the agenda? No. Any public comments? Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Lane Cataret. I am a firefighter on Berlin Fire Department, also a member of the Berlin Firefighters Association, which is the nonprofit corporation that raises money to support the wellness of emergency responders. We are here because traditionally, we have provided lunch at town meeting. And as one of our first acts of community, the brand new Firefighters Association, we are coming to share that we would like to provide lunch at this year's town meeting.
It's very nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds good. Any questions? Except for what's for lunch?
Chili and cornbread on the menu this year.
Yum.
Sounds wonderful.
All right.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh.
One more thing. Thank you. Thank you very much. One of our big fundraising and community engagement activities that we have done the last few years is a pie breakfast. And we would like to hold a pie breakfast at the Four Corners Station. The date is yet to be finalized, but likely sometime in April.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And you'll still take volunteers for pies that can be made and
Yes.
donated? Excellent.
Yes.
It's a wonderful event. I'm glad you're going to continue with it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank
Any
you.
other public comment? Seems not. We have a request for the board resolution on ice surveillance. You have something on that.
It's in your, the copy of it is in your package. The board. Looks like this.
Mhm.
I think Ms. Sojourner was, hope I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's fine. And proceed.
You have a couple of people here to speak to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and we did get some signatures. Our partner who is to get some more on the other side of 302 just wasn't able to get them back to me. So anyway, but I do have some signatures. We would have loved to have gotten this out in time to get it on the ballot, but it came afterwards. And if you've had a chance to read it, it's basically asking you as representatives of the town to join with other, there are other towns doing this, stating that the town objects to the use of the Williston facility, which is a national intelligence gathering center for ICE. And we just don't want warrantless, intelligence gathering, surveillance of any resident in the state of Vermont, including citizens, which this facility has the capability to do. There are, other things just asking that they let the Attorney General know who they are, where they are, their operational facilities. I mean, they could have an operational facility in Berlin, and it might be a good idea for us all, to know that. So that's basic. Those are the two basic things. You may want to take note that the legislature has passed one of the bills. I don't know if it was S208 or S209 in the state to which was the one that got passed?
The one that got passed.
mask.
Yeah, no mask,
No.
police presence.
Right, so that the ICE can't come into the state wearing masks and not identifying themselves. So that has passed. We expect and with wide margin, and we expect the governor to sign that. And the other one is trying to think of which that one is
I can't
about.
remember. It's like a complementary next step along with the no masking.
Right, and so clearly our legislature is taking this very seriously. I don't think anybody wants what happened in Minnesota to happen here, and this area has quite a few, not only, I mean, I don't know how many undocumented people there are, and I don't know how many people they would go after, but clearly they are going after people who are here legally. Refugees, there are many, many, many refugees in Montpelier who have green cards or are in the process. These are people who served with American soldiers during the war in Afghanistan, and they would be killed, their families would be killed, were they to be returned to Afghanistan. These people need to be protected. We have migrant, farm workers. So anyway, we ask that you read it, support it, and sign it. And we appreciate you taking the time, giving us time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the other thing like that we ran into collecting signatures is that people are afraid, people are afraid after seeing what happened in Minnesota and everything else to have their name even associated with something like this. And I think having leadership back something that people are afraid to do is a really important thing.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted democracy. It would have been great for it to have been on the ballot and for you to be able to see what people thought. But it is a representative government, and you do have the authority to sign it. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could you send us information on the legislative? Do you have that? Well, I'm just wondering about the legislative actions, what the bills were. If you
I mean, I can pull it up.
208 and 209.
Oh, wait. I'm only wondering because,
It's S208 and S209.
perfect, thank
And the
you.
one is coming up, one has passed.
Yeah, I can look them up. I was just curious what the numbers were. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else on this right now?
Not right now.
No, not right now.
Okay. Town office boiler bid.
Yep. In your package, you'll see, we sent out 4 bids. We've received 2 back. You'll see a bid from Gillespie's and you'll see a bid from Lloyd's. Both of those bids there's 2 proposals of each one. One to change all the existing controls, circulators, valves that are in the room out there, expansion tanks and so on, all of those. And the other one is just to install a basic system without using the existing controls and so on. So it was bid 2 ways.
How come,
So there were 2 different systems though, right? Or Gillespie is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, no, they're both,
They're both the Peerless.
yeah, that's the similar oil fired boiler, which
Okay.
is what we have in the office, yeah.
And I was going online trying to see if they were truly comparable.
Yeah, we asked them both to bid the same way, with this breakdown, these 2 ways.
I guess.
I'm confused.
Okay,
So what's our plans for this building? Fairly soon. The town is supposed to be having, taking up residence at the town center at some point, right?
It has to have some sort of presence.
Right,
Doesn't have to be the town office.
okay. So we're gonna keep the building.
that yet to be decided, but
Yeah,
that's
Okay.
in the plans, what is gonna
even
be
if
done
we
with the
moved
building,
out,
right?
it's been talked about, maybe PD was gonna stay here. Somebody's gonna stay here.
Yes, I would say that's a
Okay.
safe bet. It'll most likely be renovated to some extent.
And I see the two. Lloyd's, at least you got a 3-year parts and labor warranty, you got 12 months on Gillespie.
So there's two, the Lloyd's, one has one and one has two. What is the,
But it's pretty much the same as the Gillespie breakdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so they have priced it similar to Gillespie's, one keeping the controllers and just changing the boiler itself out. And Lloyd's is the same, also keeping the boiler, keeping the controls and just doing the boiler, and then doing the boiler and all the controls. The only difference that was discussed that may be in the Lloyd's bid is a little bit of the piping in this boiler room itself is pretty rusted. And it might be simpler for them just to change all that piping out. So where Gillespie's wasn't concerned about that in their quote and didn't question it when they looked at the system. That was the only difference in the discussions that were had.
You have Lloyd's, it's gonna give you a 3-year warranty. And remove all the old equipment.
Mhm.
You can only assume Gillespie's gonna take the old equipment, even though they're not. paying-
Gillespie's is going to take the old equipment. They're gonna
You had
dispose
that
of it.
discussion.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah. They will take the old equipment.
With a 12-month warranty.
Yep.
is the
They're
difference,
also, well, you know, they're currently our service provider as well.
Mhm.
Gillespie's.
is the difference in the type of boiler, or is it just,
There's no major differences in the two bids.
well,
Other than
big
the-
difference in price?
I would be inclined to have the discussion with Gillespie's regarding the piping in the boiler room being quite rusted and, you know, whether they would be willing to do that as well. And that would also help us in making the decision between the two bids, given that Lloyd included that and Gillespie did not. That's just my thoughts. Because they are different, of course, given that Lloyd's included that. My thought is if it is quite rusted, then we should deal with it.
Well, I would think the technicians would probably, when inspecting it, made note of it if they felt they needed to.
Mhm.
I think Lloyd's probably erred on the side of caution
Right.
and said, we're not gonna mess with old plumbing.
Mhm. Understood.
And I guess I wouldn't blame them on that.
I mean, I'm not familiar with Gillespie. I've never used them, but this, I mean, it seems to be significantly less expensive than the other one.
No, $5,000 less. Ish.
Well,
Right?
it's 25 versus 10.
It does say in the Gillespie bid, by the way, that they will remove the old boiler.
Oh,
It's $15,000.
Okay, we will remove the old boiler.
there you go. Thank you.
They both have great reputations and do fine work. But yes, you're absolutely correct.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
My recommendation, if you're asking,
You have one.
would be to move forward with Gillespie's. They're the ones that provide the service now, for what it's worth. All the dealings that we've had with them so far, and I don't know about during your time tour, but Gillespie's provided a pretty good service to us as well. Usually they show up when we call. There's someone here.
Yeah.
Yes, they are amazing.
There's someone here and
Based on all of those facts, I make the motion that we accept the Gillespie Fuels and Propane bid.
A second.
And which one's that?
again, I would recommend changing all the
Yeah,
valves, circulators and
mhm.
controllers as well. Again, they're pretty well dated. They're not as old as the boiler itself, but we're looking at a couple $1,000
Mhm.
to have that whole room upgraded.
So do you want that motion to include the cost?
Yes, I want
We
the
know which
motion
one
to
we're doing.
include the cost of $13,540 for the full spectrum of what Vince just outlined.
a second.
Is there any more discussion?
Yes. Do I have the authority to sign this from the board, the approval, or do you want to sign it yourself tonight as the chair?
We'll make sure it's signed tonight.
Right, I'll put it in the to be signed file.
Thank you both.
Adoption of the local hazard mitigation plan. I don't think I saw an updated one. Did I?
Was there an updated one?
This was carried over from the previous meeting where we
Yeah.
did not vote on it
Mhm.
because it needed edits, I believe.
Exactly, and this one is the.
This is the new
version.
one. Yes,
And you and Tor met with,
we met with
Keith.
on Friday, I think.
All right.
Yeah. We could go Friday and it was, I don't know, I thought it was a good meeting and the changes he's making some minor changes to it, I believe. And he'll get that out to us and I'll distribute it to the board once it's received.
I see.
Because the draft I saw was still marked as the 2025.
Just
Spelled
when-
your name wrong.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
this draft.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that you saw. You saw this one.
Okay.
This is the new one. They're both in your package.
Yes.
And he did make the changes and then
Yep.
they talked to him about some of the mitigation strategies. And we felt that expand the scope of some of the current strategies he had listed in there would be a better way of going forward than trying to introduce new strategies. So unfortunately, like the two regarding the fire department, the capability analysis and the moving towards paid staffing were not included in the upcoming plan. Not that we don't feel strongly about those, but we felt that those would be too much of a change to the draft plan that would require warning a new public hearing and setting the time frame back. But like, there's one in there for like the Air Street culverts.
Mhm.
Making that broader, evaluating all town culverts and upsizing or, repairing the ones that were needed, it's more generalized than that.
Okay.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
involvement with that. I see the changes have been made, so I will go ahead and make the motion to accept the resolution adopting the Berlin, Vermont Local Hazard Mitigation Plan as presented to us this evening.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said
I
I.
said aye.
Okay.
Said it very quietly. I know that's not like me.
No, you're never quiet. All right, thank you. We have a special event permit,
This is,
an annual
I
thing.
was just gonna say, it's pretty much an annual one.
Mhm.
No significant changes. It's from the Central Vermont Runners Club for their annual event on river and Jones Brook Road.
I make the motion to approve the special event amusement permit application by the Central Vermont Runners.
Second.
Any further discussion? Yes, there is. I'm gonna say, like I always do, I wish they put up signs days in advance to announce this to the traveling public. That's all I'm gonna say. They put the signs up for the day, for the
Oh, but
event,
not in advance.
not in advance.
Is that something you can follow up on, Jen, and ask them to
Yeah,
do
I'll
that?
make a note.
It's a really good safety precaution.
Yep.
You can just write ditto from last year.
Thank you. Thanks for mentioning it. And thank you, Vince.
I didn't see, Big Danforth's with us yet.
Is there anybody with us right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Delcor's on. There's nobody else waiting to be admitted, so.
In looking at his emails, he was gonna be sending a proposal. Did he ever send you a proposal?
No, I don't have that either.
So
So we
we
have-
can speak to it.
He was gonna speak to it tonight, but
He might
he
just-
said he may be late. I
Mhm.
suggest we maybe skip over it and proceed, and if he's, and see if he comes in later.
And circle back. Makes sense.
And if he doesn't make it, we can get a proposal, maybe the board could look at.
Yep, in advance,
That'd be nice.
I'll reach out to him tomorrow,
Great.
All right,
if he doesn't make it tonight.
so moving forward, we have the minutes of January 9th. Let's take this slow because
We're catching up a lot here on minutes, hopefully.
so the January 9th, which is marked as a regular meeting. Should be a special meeting.
It should be because we held it on a Friday as opposed to our
Well,
regular meetings on Mondays.
and I'm just looking through, just making sure, because it has like the schedule, it says regular select board meeting, first and third Monday of each month.
Mhm.
And there's nothing saying that this is a regular or anything different. But
That's one change.
special meeting.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the Friday, January 9th, 2026 select board minutes with the adjustment to the header to clearly define that it was a special board meeting.
There's a second.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor
Aye.
and approving the January 9th special meeting? Say aye, thank you. Now it's Monday, January 12th. 6 p.m. This was also a special, is it not? That would have been the second. So that was a special meeting.
Lady, right, because the fifth, it's typically the first and third Monday of the
Right, the
month. so
fifth was the
The
first.
fifth and the 19th would have been the regular meetings for that month.
So as before, I will make a motion to accept the Monday, January 12th, 2025 minutes with the adjustment that it was a special meeting as well.
So this is the one.
This is the one with the two.
And this actually in the front says there are two sets of minutes for January 5th, 2026. Move the minutes up before budget review. Under additions or changes. So can we assume that this is when we approved them? But why would they show up? I feel like we didn't for some reason and then. But
I know one of them did not make it on the agenda, and that's why it was moved. It was not warned properly.
so maybe we only did one that time and we did the second one the other time?
I'd have to go back and review the minutes of the meeting video just to see that.
Okay, so. I think we have to. I don't know how we make this motion.
I can rescind my motion until you have an opportunity to look at the video and determine if we
Right.
should
You
approve
can-
them
I-
as
I
is.
believe you can put that in the motion if you want, and I'll review it and provide the corrections to the minutes before.
Okay, so I'll
They're
make the motion to
approved.
approve the special meeting, which is going to be noted on the changes for Monday, January 2025, with the understanding that Vince will review the video per Carla's questions about the additions or changes to the agenda section where it indicates there's two sets of minutes for January 5th, 26. And Vince will make the determination and we'll move forward accordingly.
Because I do know it's
Hopefully all
not working properly, so.
Thank you.
Okay,
How's that sound,
Thank you both.
Carla?
I guess it's kind of weird, but, okay. Second,
Any other discussion?
None for me.
Yeah, I'll also look at the video, see if we can figure that out.
Thank you both.
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Opposed? So January 19th. This is Monday, the 19th. This is a regular meeting,
So I
so
just,
so it states.
there's a sentence under budget review that did not make sense to me. It says Conti mentioned a change in some changes due for workers from salary to hourly because of the amount of people who they supervise. I think perhaps trying to say, mentioned we may need to change some workers from salary to hourly because of the amount of people who they supervise.
Some changes do.
So I just put, Conti mentioned we may need to change some workers from salary to hourly because of the amount of people who they supervise. You can have that if you want.
Already wrote it. I'll take it.
I'll second that motion of Carla with the changes she noted for those minutes. January 19th, 2026.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
the 19th.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that the other one that had the two meetings in it? It was, damn it. We gotta go back.
We can send that. Is that
That's
the
the one that has the other two January 5th meetings in it. Isn't it?
I don't see that.
approval of minutes? No, no minutes to approve.
Oh, what did I? Oh, no, never mind, it's 29th, sorry.
That one's, this one's fine.
It's coming up.
Freaked out.
Good question.
All right.
Let's never do this again.
So this is gonna be the Wednesday, January 28th, special meeting.
Correct.
It says regular, so it should be changed to special. This is, yeah. That's the only change I saw.
I make the motion to approve the special select board meeting Wednesday, January 28th, 2026, with the notation adjustment that it was a special meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thursday was a reschedule, so it's still a special meeting.
Correct.
So the next minutes, it's gonna be Thursday, January 29th. Again, marked as a regular, and it should be a special meeting.
I make the motion that we approve the Thursday, January 2026 meeting with the notation that it was a special meeting as that is adjustment. Oh, the Carla is just pointing out to me that this is the minutes that
We have to cross-check with the January 9th.
cross-check with the January 9th regarding the blurb about the budget.
January 12th, I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. So as Carla just noted, that will be information that you'll need to review, Vince, to determine.
Yeah.
Why don't we hold off on this one until that's been done instead of making a motion to accept them? Since it pertains to two of them. That would be my recommendation. I would feel more
Yeah, because
comfortable
we
with
had
that.
two meetings that day.
Mhm.
That's fine.
I guess. We're gonna hold off anyway, but, certification of the highway mileage. Is that different than what we have here on our agenda?
Because we didn't approve them that night.
That's right.
That was an addition to the agenda that wasn't warned in advance.
Correct.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say, I see here that there was the motion and it was accepted, but,
But it wasn't warned in advance.
okay,
Correct. Mhm.
thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So now we have January 31st.
Meeting as well, wasn't it?
Well,
Saturday.
Saturday morning.
Mhm.
Can't get any more special than that.
That's right. I make the motion that we approve the special meeting of Saturday, January 31, 2026, again with the notation change that it was a special meeting.
Second.
Any more discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
And now we're at a regular meeting, the review.
Oh, my. Your motion.
Just looking at the thing. I make the motion to approve the Monday, February 2nd, 2026 minutes as presented to us this evening. And it was a regular meeting as noted.
Second.
Any other discussion?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, so it's AOT certificate of highway mileage.
There's a copy of it in your package. It's this document first. So we're adding 0.35 again on Partridge Farm, and we're adding 0.24 on the Dodge Farm Road. These are noted as provisional, which is good for 5 years. In the meantime, we have to clear up some legal issues to remove them from provisional to completely done. Been talking with the state on that. Already working on the paperwork with them and the homeowners associations to get those from a legal perspective, move through the process to be done. And then there's a minus 0.023 on the Berlin State Highway that the state had put on here as well. And a remeasurement of 0.01 miles on Partridge Farm Road as well. That are going in on this. I don't think it's much different than the one that was done before, or from a numbers perspective toward than the one that you did before, but they kicked it back again prior to that. And having worked with them and talked with them through it with them now, they're willing to move forward with provisionals until we get the paperwork on those two. So that's really the only difference on this. This will need, the board's signature tonight as well.
And did you update the Rowell Hill reclassification?
The Rowell Hill is not on this one this year. There was some discussion. I'd have to look back and see what it was that I had with them on that one. But I've got to do some homework, but that'll be on next year's for sure.
And what was the Berlin State Highway
The,
reclassification? Or
there was a realignment. I've asked for what that was. I haven't received it yet, but that came on the document from the state. And they owe me that feedback of what that realignment was. It was 0.023
Minus.
that'd be-
minus.
Minus, yeah.
Any of that would have been included on the town's.
Yeah, it's not on, we didn't put this on here.
All right,
That came from the state with whatever they did, so I asked them just to give that to me at some point. I haven't got it yet. Even if I take it off, it's gonna go back on with the state, so.
That wouldn't have gone back to when they changed the Berlin State Highway, how it intersects with 62. Would it go back that many years? Used to be almost a T there.
don't know, so.
It's only the southbound, it's the southbound lane that was realigned.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if that was done through striping.
Oh,
It may just be through stripe. Again, that's why I've asked for the
Could be.
details on it.
It could be.
But I would doubt that it had ever been a town highway to begin with.
It's not a town highway, it's a state highway, and it's delineated as that on here. It's Berlin State Highway realignment. Why they want it on, This one-
That question why it needs to be on there, because it was never a town highway.
Yeah,
So.
again,
it
that-
deals with town mileage.
I've asked for that information so I can tell the board. I don't.
Bonus question, does anybody know what number that is? Highway number that is? Joe?
Not off the top of my head.
not about my,
I thought it was, they got me all three,
903?
I think so.
Don't sound familiar.
I'm gonna write that down.
The state part of.
I'm gonna fact check that.
I
Yeah,
wrote it down too.
trivia question. There's a second part of that as well, which is this document. To adopt the road and bridge standard. There's some small changes. This is the yearly one that we have to fill out.
Mhm.
There were some changes they were minor changes. Section. Yeah, section 4, there's an appendix for sizing. Stream crossings and so on, again, and there's some drainage, that they were adding a little more detail, the drainage outlets for waters and things, but it's pretty straightforward. No major changes, and it's the same questions, right? Do we meet the municipal road standards? Yes, we do.
Mhm.
It's all right there. It's pretty straightforward. Then this will need the board signature as well.
I make the motion that we adopt the AOT certificate of highway mileage and town road and bridge standard from the state of Vermont for approval this evening, and Vince will acquire any additional information as noted.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? I have some. So, do they make note on here where they make changes? So I went through the appendix.
I should have put the email in here. It was in the email.
Okay,
I guess I didn't include that. But I can get that to you.
well, I mean, I read through the
email.
email. I read through it all,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I was just wondering what
Yeah.
the true changes were.
No, I usually put the email in there and I didn't for some reason.
Okay.
But I will make a note.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I mean, you want too fast. Yeah. That was an
Okay.
aye in favor.
Thank you. Approval of license permits vouchers.
I will make the motion to approve payroll warrant 26-17 for payroll from January 25th, 2026 to February 7th, 2026, to be paid on February 11th of this year in the amount of $79,306.30. Also payable warrant 26G18 with check number 25825 to 25874 in the amount of $106,207.49. Also payable warrant 26S15 with check number 4612 to 4625 in the amount of $100,317.52. The ACH transfer to the Berlin Mall LLC for $100,000 even, and the ACH transfer to the state of Vermont for $702.05. And I would open it up. There were a couple of questions that our chair had that maybe we could discuss those as well before we make a motion to accept.
Well, we need a second before we can have conversation.
Second.
Okay, so just a question, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to answer it then. So on the Public Works, it talks about Brookfield. And I was wondering if that was a contract or service. So Brookfield Service, I know annually you come up, they'll give us a contract to sign up for a specific service, or was that a service that they provided? And that's unfair because I don't know if you would know that answer.
Well, I have to remember because we've had an issue with the generator. We have a contract with them to service it, but we had an issue with the generator, so I don't know which. I'd have to look back again and see which one it was for, right? Was it for the contracted service that we have, or was it for a call for additional service that we had with that generator?
I would almost think that it was for a service call.
I think so, but I can't say for sure without checking.
The
Cartridge.
maintenance contract is more done in the springtime, early summer.
I just received one for the fire department. That's why I'm saying it might be a service agreement. Right? It might be because you're gonna probably see that as well.
You have the number of it? What was the number on that?
Did you look at the invoice?
There you go.
That's what I'd have to
That was
look at.
service.
It was for a service, correct?
Yes. Just looking at the list. Thank you.
Wow.
This is great. Absolutely. Good that we looked at it.
So while you're in there,
Yep.
there was something marked as tasers and comments. It said
That's
body
in
cameras
in our regular one.
in the regular one.
This might be something we were talking about earlier today, or no? It's the Axon, right?
No.
It's,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it
yeah,
says
it's Axiom.
taser over here, but it's taser vendor, but they also do body cameras. They do both.
It's Axion.
And so this was for this is cameras.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't done anything with taser, but they have with camera
Yeah.
so far. Yeah.
Yeah, I can actually, yeah, body camera. Oh, these things are expensive.
It should be like, it has to do with body cameras. It should be 14,000 something and change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So she sees that.
Okay.
Those are my questions. So all in favor?
Hi.
Opposed? Round table. Carla?
Anything, The,
Haven't seen him. So I'll reach out to him.
um. No,
No. Hello?
I had a resident from Northfield reach out to me about the Riverton Bridge because someone they know's daughter went over the Riverton Bridge, and because there's significant potholes on the bridge, the daughter hit and took out, blew a tire. Is it my understanding that that would be the state?
State of Vermont.
Very
Twelve
good.
Bridge?
Right in Riverton, right by
Yeah.
the fire station.
Yep. that's-
So I will reach out to the state, but
State.
I just wanted to confirm that first. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
I don't think they'll do anything, will they?
This time of year is difficult for repairing, but it's in a very bad situation right now. It's very deep and right down to, um, minor amount, but very significantly deep. People are dodging it at this point, but apparently that individual, blew out the tire, so I will reach out to the state on that. That's it.
Okay. Vince,
I might have a couple.
short list?
Yeah, short list, and I'll be quick, because I will send you all this. But we've had someone send us a request for a resolution regarding the freedom of press and the importance of print journalism. They are, proposing, wanting to know if the select board wants to look at this at a future meeting. So again, I'll just pass it around. You can let me know and I'll get it on agenda, or you can let me know and I won't get it on an agenda. I will send that to you electronically as well.
And jump in real quick, this also deals with the previous discussion we had. We need to really look at our town charter, what we're allowed to pass resolutions on as a town, as a select board, and direct your attention to section, I believe it's 91C.
So,
In the town charter.
okay,
Looking at that.
I will
Thank you.
pull that up and share that with the board.
Okay,
So that's one.
I kind of expect you people to get right on their tip of their tongues.
High watermark. I've got another request based on, they're just checking in if the board's made it a
oh,
decision on what they want to do with that yet. I can, again,
Okay.
put that on
Put it on the agenda.
another agenda and
Yes.
let you know, okay? The next thing that'll be coming up on an agenda, and again, I will send this to you, is a proposal from the police for their wireless service with AT&T
wait,
for their upgrade.
AT&T?
This one is AT&T. It's for their well, AT&T is part of FirstNet,
Oh,
right? So this is about the phones that we had
Yeah.
talked about. So again, I will be sending that out in the next package. Our town attorney is just raising their rates. They haven't in the past several years. They're going from 220 to 250. Again, if we want to have any official discussion on that, I will put that also on the next regular meeting agenda.
when's the last time we went out for bid on attorney services? You know?
I think we went out to bid the last time I was in this role, I think,
I was thinking that was when
when I first came
Robert
on.
Helper
Retired?
retired and.
That was around the same
Seems like
time.
that was a while ago.
That was the early 20s, or yeah. Wasn't, when was I here the first time?
Were you ever here?
Yeah, wow, physically. 2021.
Okay,
If I remember, there wasn't a lot of competition for the role.
No. So again, I'll put it on agenda. If you want to have a further discussion on that
That would be
as well.
And
Yeah, don't know how that one got in the package. That's you guys don't need to worry about that one. Just an update from the chief, just to make everybody aware. They've had over 60 calls to Fox Run since October. Just most of them have been domestic violence related. And on this day, on February 11th, they were there for 2 calls on that day alone. So again, I just think it's important
Aware.
that you're aware of what's happening over there and that draw on the resources as well. So that's it. Come on.
Thank you.
well, with growth comes added need for resources.
Is, I'd be interested from hearing from Downstreet about this. Because this was not what we signed up for, I don't think, but, I'd like to hear about the issues from them, how they view this and what they're doing about it,
Mhm.
if possible.
I think that would be wise.
I will reach out to Downstreet and ask them to come to one of the board meetings and brief you on it.
There must. They rent there, they buy there. There must be a
Right.
contract. There's a contract.
Well, the reason I'm concerned is because when this was proposed, this was some market housing and some workforce housing. And based on some of the things I've been hearing, they're not gonna keep the marketplace house, the market housing people because of the activities of some of the other tenants.
Mhm.
And so I'm just curious what strategies they're using to address that, because I would hate to see that go away. That was what was promised.
We should have somebody from Downstreet to come here.
I think it'd be good it's still new and it'd be nice to just discuss, our concerns and or have them come and tell us there aren't any concerns, whatever, but, to address is it full? I mean, I don't even know, just an update. Is it full? I have no idea.
I think that would be beneficial. While we're on roundtable too, I wanted to include that we had the meeting on Saturday regarding the bond vote for the Newtown Garage. And that went really well. And Jared Felch is here. He was there and participated. And Tim Davis Jr. did an excellent, outstanding job, I would say, explaining everything and giving a tremendous tour. And the folks that were there, it was very obvious that it was well perceived. There was a lot of questions, a lot of feedback, information came forward. And the president of the architects has shared some videos with me that were taken that day, as well as information. And there's been follow-up information to Front Page Forum to get out there from us so that there's more communication coming forward and questions can come forward. And I'm not sure if Jared would like to speak to his perception of Saturday, but I think it went exceptionally well.
No, I think Saturday went really well. A lot of great feedback, a lot of great questions from town members who did show up. And I think what I spoke with Flo when we were there was putting more information out there before the actual vote on town meeting and maybe putting something together for the 28th to go more into detail about how everything's working and that it's not just the highway department that's going in there, it's, city, sewer and water. And that there's another area for, the police to use a section of it too. And that it is staying here and not being moved off the current campus, so.
Yeah.
And the information
On there.
Is he on there?
Or I'll get it. Good.
The information that I put out is in Front Page Forum tonight as well, and anyone is welcome to include additional information, but I agree with you, Jared, that it would be great to have additional information for the 28th.
Thanks, Tori.
Definitely, it would help.
Just
Thank you.
Matt joining, not Dave.
Not
Thank you
Dave.
both.
Okay,
Thank you, Jared.
is there anything else for roundtable?
Me, just don't forget to sign all
I will.
those.
Um,
But then the board has to sign both of those as well.
we don't anticipate a executive session.
No.
I make the motion to adjourn tonight's regularly scheduled select board meeting.
It's quick. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?